Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. We're back for another round with Conflicks Revolutionary Space Battles. I gotta say, I am extremely sleep deprived today. You can see it's already kicking in there. So this is either going to be a ludicrous gameplay session or I don't know what's going to happen because my brain might just cease to function halfway through it. Anyway we go. Let's go ahead and rock this out. I'm going to jump back into the solo campaign, continuing on with Mission 5. We've been doing 2 a night, and that seems to work fairly well, so we're just going to go ahead with it. Hopefully I got my audio settings correct this time around. Admittedly, these men have come a long way since the times when they were beating each other with clubs, but after all the years that I've spent studying their history, I have come to the conclusion that even though their technology has made giant leaps thanks to the power of metamatter, their social organization remains at a hopelessly primitive stage. You know what? At that point in history, civilization was kind of at a primitive organizational stage. I will grant them that. It's about the time, well, no, it was before the Crusades. After the Crusades, slightly. Whatever. However, some of my fellow Chk'Rathii sisters, such as Maximilian Robespierre, quickly forgot that before we mutated, we hence had participated in exploitation of human workers by producing the metamatter used by the imperial aristocracy to dominate them. Lots more stuffs. Experiments on metamatter and genetic code, blah, 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 blah. Stained glass windows telling a vivid story here. After relative success, something quite unexpected occurred. The volume of our brains started growing more than the size of our egg yolks. Super intelligent chickens. Oh my. Several years later, the same thirst for justice motivated a group of exceptional humans to rebel as well, some even sacrificing their reputation for the greater good without hesitation. Of those few, Leon de Artignan, whatever, I'm sure that's a reference to some historical figure, but I know not of what it speaks, was undoubtedly the most courageous of them all. As her story begins, I think that is our cue to jump into the game. Let's see where this takes us. Well, we are going to the Golden Fleece, a unique planet made with a multitude of moons made of the finest cheese in the galaxy. So we literally have a moon made of cheese. What do you know about that? All right. Let's go ahead and start this mission. Without any further ado, we're swapping out factions, actually. We're now playing as the Chk'Rathii. My empire for some cheese. Okay then, Techno Monkey. Apparently he is along for the rest of our journey. I believe that the Celestial Empire has more to fear from administrative slowness than from the machinations of its enemies. You know what? That is entirely true even of today's society, with the amount of red tape that we have on everything. My mission consists of retaking the Golden Fleece. In order to negotiate a truce, our Emperor Francis wishes to offer them as a gift to his ally, the Sultan of the Sublime Gate, who, like everyone, loves cheese fondue. You know better than anyone that war is often absurd. Well, I think this kind of takes the cake. It really, really does. As far as I'm concerned, my only objective is to crush the 3 generals of the Sacred Alliance. So we're playing a 3 versus 1 this time, apparently. Not that that will make a whole lot of difference in how this battle turns out, because I think we've been fairly successful so far. Let's see. Margrave von Albrecht. Maybe I'm pronouncing that correctly, but whom do I see? The fine gemstone cut by her father, the Musketeer d'Artignan. Fear nothing, I will keep you alive. Somehow I doubt that. Leave her to me, Margrave. You certainly owe me that. I am the eldest. Wow, he is old. Okay, well, apparently we are the independent young lady who is going to cast off the chains of all of these male suitors. Captain, I was able to sneak a torpedo ship near one of the enemy battleships, launch a torpedo, and try to hit it into one of the moons. Then just watch the show. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so is there something different about these moons? Well, let's just do what he says. Launch a torpedo. Oh, moons are bouncy. What do you know? Wait, did that, that went over towards my mothership, actually. Okay, so we know what we're doing now. Let's take a look at what our abilities are, if anything has changed. That is propel only. That would be my hen ship, so we need to get him actually behind us. Let's just make a new hen ship. because that would make more sense. And then this guy we can send to the front, actually. Let's make a little bitty tiny jump onto our fuel pad. Then we've got the destroyers, which have Zeus's Thunderbolt. That sounds exciting. Fairly long range. And then a frigate to haul things around. That would be another destroyer. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Let's go ahead and build a corvette for our battle group. And just for good measure, another torpedo ship. And I think we'll be good. Let's jump right there, set up our economy. So many moons. Good lord. It's like playing pinball, actually. I think is the most accurate description of what's going on here. Let's see, that's enemy. Where's our torpedo ship? Is that him? Nope. Where is he? Apparently nowhere. Oh well. Whatever, he probably died. Let's launch you way the hell over there. And then let's join all of these frigates here. Alright, battle grouping away. I think we can pretty easily kill any of these guys. Oh, punt! Punt! Told you, it's like playing pinball here. Let's go ahead and ram full speed ahead. That actually worked better than expected. Where are you going? Not quite far enough. Alright, so that means we need to move on with the torpedo ship. Let's jump over there. And then we can launch a torpedo. Oh, maybe not close enough? Nope. That's okay. We can launch in just a second. Ah! Still missing the moon. Oh well. Okay, so we've got to kill him over here, and that is the big guy. The master of the roost, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get another destroyer out, which we will immediately flick over next to that ship because I meant to have him over there anyway. Let's do another torpedo. And then we're going to jump to the other side in order to get a direct impact in the direction of the moon. Oh, look. Sense of chaos flick. What is that? Sparkly! Are they going to attack each other? What is this? I don't understand. Creates a cloud of chaos essence in which enemy vessels can no longer fire lasers, move, or activate their abilities. Well, that's handy. Okay, we're going to jump in and pass this guy. We're going to try to launch our Zeus's Thunderbolt just to see what happens. Oh. Instantaneous death of everything around. I can get along with that. I can totally do that. Alright, let's launch our hen ship in, even though he's about to die. That will be totally fine. So we have two destroyers here, each with one of those thunderbolts. Let's just go ahead and launch across here. Tractor beam. Let's go ahead and get another couple of destroyers out here. Not enough meta matter because we only have one hen ship. Well, crud. Let's launch right there. See if we can land on a pad. Yes. So I need to jump from there over here. And then from there, full ramming speed ahead. Please. Oh, I'm going to hit the cheese. No, not the planet. That is not at all what I intended. And crap. Well, that sucks. Let's go ahead over here. Will I have... Nope. I gotta wait for a recharge. I can, however, hit you with a torpedo and knock you away. That'll work. Alright, more destroyers. I really should get a hen ship over here. Let's do that. Neglecting my duties to grow my hen houses as much as I can. Alright, we're going to shoot this destroyer in that general direction. Wait for the recharge. And then we're going to shoot this guy right there. Hello. Goodbye. Zeus's Thunderbolt is right, because that is freaking brutal. Bye. Okay. So we got to kill him, which is going to happen in just a second. Is that my other? Ah, that's a Corvette. Okay, so all he is good for is ramming. Did I just shoot my own ship? I did. Those are red. Well, crap. Alright, we're going to go this way. On a suicide mission for the large ship. I need to get a lot of ships over there. So that means we need a frigate of some sort. Okay. Perfect. Well, that was a total miss. Let's jump and try to get our Thunderbolt online before we die. Hurry, 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 hurry! Ah, yes! Almost all of your health gone in one shot. That is a brutal weapon. Like, in all seriousness, that deserves the name. What is it? Thunderbolt of Zeus? Zeus's Thunderbolt. Yes. That absolutely deserves that moniker. Alright, we're going to go to the side. Oops. Oh no, I wasted my shot. We're going to go to the side and try to get around here. And torpedo. Let's see. Yes. That is all we must do. And Zeus's Thunderbolt is now shot. Crap! Why did I do that? That was really dumb. That was really atrociously dumb. I think we'll actually get this ship over faster than that one. Or I can use my frigate. That would be the smart thing to do. Let's go ahead and get him. And then we're just going to launch for that. Skip over one entirely. Which I should not have done, because now I'm going to hook my hen ship. No! Alright. Don't fall in the planet. No, not the cheese! Disconnect! Ah! You're gonna land right there. Good deal. And one launch right into the middle. And activate one more time, and we are out of here. Bam! Convey my regards to your father, whom I've admired as much as I've hated. I see that today he is doing good work with you. Well, rather lackluster final words, but whatever, we'll take it. Dearest father, I did quite well during the Battle of the Golden Fleece. I am totally not going to do voice imitations at the moment. Ugh. Brain is too shot for that. But I'm convinced that you would be of the opinion that I could have done better. So I will imagine my surprise when I learned that I was going to be awarded the title of Imperial Musketeer, the very same title that you proudly bore all of your life. I love how his goblet is like a hover cup. That is such a frivolous use of technology. It really, really is. I don't really know what to think of the pipe mail given to me after the ceremony by our old friend, the Musketeer Porthos. You sound so strange and anxious in it. You're feared throughout the galaxy. I don't see what you're afraid of. I don't know either, but that is a glorious pipe that you smoke, good sir. Yet in the pipe... Oh, I get it. It's pipe mail. Ha! Ha! Ah. The mother hen side of Porthos suggests that we should fear the worst. Blah, 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 blah. And story concluded. So we've got a couple of new ships here, just the basic stuff. Oh, that's the one that we unlocked last time. Never mind then. Let's go ahead and jump in and do one more. Perhaps I should have turned up the difficulty. That might have made this a little bit more challenging. Dear Father, I will have to be quick and brief. We have finally found Ethos the Lucky Egg, a casino planet with a bad reputation, owned by the Sidereal Space Company. Upon meeting us, Athos begged us to bring him aboard as quickly as possible. We never suspected that our friend was being sought after by the authorities for counterfeiting. Oh, goodness gracious, oh my. Nevertheless, that's what we learned soon after. In any case, I hope he can provide us with useful information about you, because I am getting ready to risk my life and those of my crew to save him from the claws of the corporate police. Well, if you have corporate police and not governmental police, I think you already have a little bit of a problem, but whatever. We're not going to go in and analyze the societal goings-on of the Conflicks universe. We are back with Sheriff Drinkwater. I hope he drinks water. He does look a little bit... bloated, though. Maybe he drinks a bit too much. This is the constable. For the last time, I ordered you to hand over to us Armand de Sileg alias Athos, a criminal sought for extortion and counterfeiting. Otherwise, we'll have to engage you in battle and destroy you. Well, we have a perfect track record so far, so I don't think that that will actually be the case. All right, calculated a flight path to your objective. Urge you to get there as quickly as possible. Okay, so we are going to... Ooh. Just before, I recommend using the Essence of Wind action of our frigates to throw asteroids at the enemy battleship. Well. Is this a solar storm contained in a frigate? It is a solar storm contained in a frigate! This makes me ludicrously happy. Okay. So we're just going to blow asteroids all over the place and blow things up. That sounds cool. So we have a planet back here. We should probably get down to business and... do we have a hen ship? We do not have a hen ship. Let's make a hen ship. Oh, that's so kind of them. They left us a little trail of perfectly spaced fueling depots. And that end is guarded by our enemy. So, we need to reach that green thing over there. With our flagship? Yes. Maybe? I'm not actually sure. Let's make another hen ship, though, because more hen ships equals more hens more quickly. Yeah, get out. Go. Get out of here. Punt. Oh, crap. Well, he was already gone, so whatever. Let's see. We have a patrol ship, which has Essence of Destruction. Oh, that turns it into a kamikaze torpedo. That is brilliant. I am going to make a couple of these. Couple more patrol ships. Because they're cheap. And they're explosive. And we like cheap explodey things. That's why 4th of July is so fun. You have bottle rockets and all this other crap that you can just light on fire. And it makes life wonderful for a little while. It really, really does. Okay. So we're going to launch... let's see how many ships we can fit onto this landing pad. Woohoo! Oops. Did not mean to play bumper cars. Alright, we need to move. Let's just hop one for now. Okay. So we're going to directly engage this. Actually, no. Let's blow some more asteroids around. Because that sounds like a fun thing to do. We're going to position right there. You know what? Actually, let's get a little bit closer than that. We're going to land... Oh, that was off. Move out of the way, rocks. Come on, Essence of Wind. Recharge. Actually, I think this one is going to charge faster. We'll get 2 shots. Well, that was brilliant, CPU. Why you do such a thing? Just catapult your own ship into an asteroid, why don't you? Sounds like an awesome plan. Okay, Essence of Wind. Hoya! Die, bastard! Okay, so that wasn't quite enough asteroids. We need to throw some more. There we go. Well done for the police. That will teach them the measure of the Imperial Musketeers. That is a lot of explodey stuffs. It's exactly what we want in a game. Alright. We need a frigate to tie all of this stuff together and get it from one place to another, because this is entirely too slow. Alright, so here comes Mr. Frigate. We're going to push our patrol ship back a little bit. We're going to get him to jump just barely across the pad. Oh, wait. That is a frigate. Whoops. Whoops. I did not realize that. Well, that was dumb. Alright. Let's tractor beam all these sons of guns. And fire. And you as well. I need you to fire. Right over there. Capital ship is really hard to aim. Okay. So we had to recharge because we missed our fueling station. Going to have to hit that warp hole, I suppose. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Skip that entirely. Maybe we can... Yes. Get on this side. Let's go ahead and launch against this, because that sounds like fun. Maybe we can use our essence of wind to blow... Can we blow you into the sun? Or into the planet, rather? No, it doesn't work. Well, screw you too. Alright. Boom! What does that do? Propel the vessel while emitting corrosive essence that damages all vessels passing through it. Oh, so you can wall off sections. Okay, I understand now. Alright, let's just hop, skip, and jump, because we have pretty much successfully done everything that we're supposed to do. So, jump there. Let's jump there. Where did the wormhole go? No! Don't tell me it was a one-time use wormhole. Okay, there we go. It's open again. Huh! I was about to have a heart attack. Alright. And... wormhole. Hello. And target zone. Fantastic! Oh, those are hands. What do you know? Free at last! Not so fast, Athos. Consider yourself my prisoner until you tell me everything you know about my father. Why is it always about the father? Always. Vadim. It is FA stream on tomorrow. And Thursday, I think. Yes? Yeah, I stream Supcom like 3 times a week. I'm just blowing through a couple of games that I had in my inventory, and once these are up, which I'm actually done with this one for the night, once I am done with this one and Homeworld, I'm actually going to hold a vote to see what games you guys want to see me play through. So we're going to be doing strategy game playthroughs. Doesn't matter how old it is, doesn't really, I don't care. We're just going to pick a fun game and play through it. But for now, I've got Conflicks and Homeworld. So yeah. Hopefully that is something that interests you. Alright, that is actually going to be it for me tonight. I am going to get out of this and go cast a Forged Alliance game, which is going to be out tomorrow. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.